Evil versus cute. While talking to you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then it was awkward. That's good. I've never talked to the guy. I think that's a good thing. Cause I no I through this I've been trying to keep myself as humble as I've been before this. You know, I don't want to get airy up in my head and start thinking I'm all tough. But it's been really nice to talk to everybody. And if I said it in the server, obviously, but everybody who's invited on here is basically it's just me saying thank you to being a part of the community that I personally enjoy a lot. This community gets better and better every single year. Yeah. Damn. I I was thinking about it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm still convinced it's a character. Oh wait, his name is character. I don't know. It's just kind of suspicious. I feel like you don't really get that voice unless you're like corpse husband or somebody terrible like that. I could honestly, dude, like a Carson video where it's like staged but like acted pretty poorly would be awesome if character was like a villain on the server. That'd be so cool. Yeah, he said something about that and I got so excited. Hey. What? Like serious roleplay? That's crazy. Well, that sounds right. I could see him being a Sea of Thieves guy with the way he sounds. Not to judge someone off how they sound, but he just seems like the kind of guy. Mm-hmm. That's exactly why I'm here. But I was talking to Dugon a lot about this. We went on for over 2 hours on our interview. Yeah. Um, we talked a lot about like childhood experiences, like what's kind of like where did the journey begin for Kit Souls? Like, what was your grade school experience growing up, and like, what are some of your best memories and some of your worst? Grade schools, grades 1 through 8. Mm-hmm. I feel like 16 is too young for something like college. Mm, nice. You made games. Oh wait, I might actually know you. It was it the software with that little cat character on the Scrap. What is that? What it was called? Scratch. Scratch. Yeah. That might be an original experience. Mm, the one like maze game. Yeah. How old was your teacher? Because if I did that to one of my high school teachers, like they're in their like 70s. Like I actually think I could kill them with that. Dang, what? No, not in America. Not at least not in private schools. No, we got unks teaching classes. Like genuinely, if your teacher doesn't have gray hair, you, I don't know what's happening. Like you struck gold. Dude, they're mean. They're mean. They're mean spirited. They're old and they hate their life. Ooh. You're 913. 14. 14. 14. Alright, I was about to say, that's wild. Go on. Mm-hmm. I don't think I don't think Loki particularly enjoys it either. So watching, I'll do it later. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's nice. Damn. So like, that's all you remember from like primary school, and then you just remember jump scaring and torturing your teacher. Oh, for like the Christian faith, or so you went to you went. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. You just smile and wave. Yeah. I went to a Catholic high school and grade school, so yeah. But slowly over time, I kind of was like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. Don't speak bad on it though, because Fleeg will get you. Hmm. Of course, of course. You ran off the stage? You ruined it for everybody. Wow. I didn't know Kitzels was such a self-centered type. I thought he was a man for the people. Hmm. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just. So you'd say you're an anxious person? Hmm. Well, if it makes you feel better, my entire grade saw me cry. Uh, it was one of my friend's birthday parties, and it was at a jiu-jitsu place. I don't know if you know what jiu-jitsu is. Yeah. And I remember we were doing like the practicing and someone threw me down. Like that was part of like you were supposed to do that. And it happened and I started like bawling and I was like I don't want to do it anymore and everyone just like watched as I walked away to the corner and cried and just watched awkwardly. And like there was nowhere to go because it's all one big room, so I was just crying and everyone was watching. And then I went home. But maybe that was a deep trauma within me from when I was in wrestling at a very young age and got my two front teeth knocked out by my wrestling partner. I quit after that. It was it was traumatizing. Not really, but like I was like, yeah, I'm never doing that again. Oh. Oh my gosh, when your mom was pregnant, you were probably so like you were probably dying in there. How do you like you were completely covered in the covers? Of course, as one forgets once you're panicking. Mm. In games, like video games? Jesus, that sounds terrible. Yeah, of course. Damn. Dang. Whew. I don't know. I remember I've had experiences with claustrophobia, but it wasn't my claustrophobia. I was at Disney World, and there was this ride where it was like, it was like the lamest thing ever you could go to at Disney. Like it was cool, but like it wasn't themed after anything. It was like a Mars journey, like you're on like a little shuttle on Mars, like a simulation. But imagine, you know, um, the Create video, the most recent one Carson uploaded. You know the giant spinning mechanism that they just had in the middle the entire time? Imagine that, but you're in a box on the end of the arm. And like, yeah, it's not like that like intense, but basically you get in this box and you're facing out away from the arm, so you're facing like forward as you spin. And my grandma, mom, and my sister got in, and I got in, and it was fine. There was these seats and a screen in front of you, but once you got tightened, the screen like pressed up against your face, and like you couldn't move. Like if I wanted to get out, I would not be able to get out because I was on the very end. But we started going, and my mom started freaking out, and she was like, "Oh my God, I've got to get out of here. I can't." And then my grandma started freaking out. Um, and then my sister started crying because my mom was freaking out, and we were just like spinning around in this circle and like going up and down and like shaking around like we were on Mars, and it was awesome. But yeah, so that was. Well, before you say that, the worst part was that I was laughing. Like everyone else was panicking, and I thought it was like the funniest thing ever. I was like, "Yay! Yay!" No, my mom like actually got off that ride and like was crying. And everyone had tears in except for me. Okay, so now about your memories.